Hey guys, welcome back to the Book Brood. I'm Heidi, and I'm gonna try a video standing up today because why not? So today I want to talk about a bad reading habit that I have, which is starting a book and then putting it down and not getting back to it for a really long time, and then not remembering what happened before, and then I generally don't finish the book. So pretty much DNFing books, but just over a long period of time. So neglecting a book so long that I lose the connection. Whatever. Anyways, there are more than 8 on my shelf, but today I'm just going to talk about 8 of the books that I started, and most of them I do want to finish eventually, just not yet. So in no particular order, I'm just going to grab them. This first one is Julie and Julia, this beautiful movie cover, look at that, by Julie Powell. I got, 157 pages into this, and I found it amusing. It's a story about a woman going through like a midlife crisis or something, and she decides to go through this huge cookbook and cook everything in it and blog about it, and somehow that's going to help her process her feelings and, you know, get over her midlife crisis. I don't know. I thought that her voice was really funny and she was sarcastically amusing. So I think I'll finish that sometime, but I don't know when. The next one is The Orchardist by Amanda Coplin, and this one I was really enjoying. I honestly don't know why I put it down. Probably a new release or something came out. So I got 157 pages into it. Look at that. It's a magic number. It's a story about this orchardist who lives in a very rural, isolated area, and he is all alone. And then all of a sudden, 2 pregnant runaway teenage girls start eating from his orchard, and he starts feeding them, and they're almost feral, and he eventually gets roped into helping take care of them. And then it's a story about one of their daughters growing up with the orchardist, and I don't know, I'm at 157 pages and like 20 years have gone by, so, but I do intend to pick it back up eventually. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, this one's horrible. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Why would I put this down? I don't know. Everyone loves the series. It's really good. I bet it's 157 pages. No, it's actually 105 pages. I got 105 pages into it, and I put it down for some reason. I don't know why. This was a really good story. This is about our main character, Darrow, who lives under the surface of Mars, and he and his people are told that they are working towards a better future for their children and grandchildren on the surface of Mars. Eventually they'll be able to get up there. But then he finds out that they've actually made it to the surface, and there's a huge civilization living up there, and life is good for them, and he's really mad because, you know, he realizes that his people are slaves, essentially, and being lied to forever. So this is a great story. It's a trilogy, and I do want to read it eventually. Let's see. This is The Light Between Oceans by Ml Stedman. And I got almost halfway through this one. I got 165 pages into this one, and I honestly don't know if I'm going to be finishing this or not. The only reason I am contemplating maybe finishing it is because I know that there was a movie coming out, or maybe it's already out. I'm not sure. This is a story about a couple who live on an island, and they run the lighthouse, and they're very isolated. They only go to town every couple of years or so, and they have been trying to have children for a really long time, and they can't. And then one day, a ship or a small boat washes up on the shore, and there's a dead man and an alive infant. And they decide to take in the infant and raise it as their own and not tell anyone that they found a baby and just let them assume that it's their baby. And that was fine. But now that I'm halfway through and repercussions are starting, I don't know if I need to read about that, because it sounds very sad and it was heart-wrenching, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Okay, Allegiant. I haven't read it. I loved the first 2 books in this series by Veronica Roth, Divergent and Insurgent. However, I got 99 pages into this, and I don't like the narration. It feels different, and I think that's because it's told through her voice, like the character 4. I read the standalone 4, and I understand why she is writing through Triss's voice, because it just sounds better. The character just feels more natural. 4's narrative voice just feels forced and fake and awful. So I think that's probably why I stopped reading this book. And I didn't read it for so long that I eventually just got on the internet and looked for spoilers. So I know it happens, but I didn't read it. And I probably won't, quite honestly. I love the first 2, but I don't know if I'm going to read this one. The next one I want to talk about is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Senz. I got 119 pages into this bad boy that has won all of these awards and is very highly acclaimed, and everyone seems to love it, and everyone says it's a beautiful gay romance story, coming of age story. I don't like this story. It feels slow and boring and way too much dialogue, and nothing's really happening. And as much as I wanted to love this, I'm really not loving it at all. And I'm a third of the way through the book, and I'm not loving it. So I don't know if I'm ever going to finish it. I feel obligated, like I have to, because so many people love this book, but it's not for me. So that could be said for most of these, I guess. The next one I have is Prozac Nation by Elizabeth Wurtzel. And this one I got 56 pages into, and I do intend to pick this back up. This was really good. I was very much enjoying it. This is about a teenage girl who is struggling with depression, and her family doesn't know how to handle it, and she's spiraling farther and farther into depression. And I think it's getting close to a suicide attempt. I'm not sure. But it is very raw and very, like, you really feel for this girl. And especially if anyone has suffered through depression and felt those lows that this character is going through, it just feels very real. And it is a really good book. I just haven't got back to it yet. And the last one I'm going to talk about today is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I got 63 pages into this. I knew that Morgan Matson probably wasn't for me, because she writes contemporary, and it's a genre that I don't particularly care about. That being said, so many people on BookTube love Morgan Matson, and specifically this book, everyone says you should start here because this is one of her best. And it's boring as shit, honestly. This is about a teenage girl whose best friend suddenly goes missing, and she doesn't know what to do with herself because her best friend's not there. And then her best friend sends her a list of things that she has to do, like pick apples and stay up all night long and dance, or I don't remember what all the challenges are. Oh yeah, steal something, break something, where you dance until dawn. It's she thinks if she does all this stuff, her friend will come back. I don't get it. The writing style is not great. I don't know. This is all in my opinion, but I'm not sure if I will be continuing on with that, and I definitely will not be picking up any more Morgan Matson because I don't think it's an author that is for me, which is fine. Everyone likes different things. I like a bunch of books that nobody else likes, and they think I'm weird for liking, so it's awesome that we can all share our passion and hopefully not get mad at each other when we don't like each other's books. So don't hate, but if you have a problem of DNFing books and just holding on to them forever and ever, please let me know if I'm not the only one. And let me know in the comments down below what the last DNF book is for you. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!